Last time we got into cost benefit analysis, but sometimes that doesn't give us the entire picture, especially in healthcare. So let's dive into some cost effectiveness analysis and some cost utility analysis. To review real quick, we've got three separate different analyses we can run on projects we might want to implement that we're putting forward for approval. We've got cost benefit analyses. We're going to get into cost effectiveness now, and then we'll dive into cost utility analyses. These can be all three of them can be estimated and run on the same project, or you can pick one or the other depending on your needs. Now, focusing on cost effectiveness analyses, these are analyses where uh, the given outcome um, is wanted. So we will be delivering a service, we will be um, delivering this outcome. Just how efficiently can we do it? So what are the costs associated with this intervention? Um, Given a specific outcome, a specific objective. So if we think of ROSC rates, all right, cardiac arrest save rates, we want to do that. We're going to do that. Just how efficiently, monetarily, can we do it? So it's all about efficiency and how can we do it the most efficiently. So we think about cardiac arrest protocols. How many life years can we save? How many years of life can we save? We're going to do it. We want to do it. It's imperative that we do it. But how much money are we going to throw into this venture? So we can um, we can throw $1 million into it. We can throw $10,000 into it. What are the differences in the outcomes given those different infusions of money? A quick cost effectiveness formula for you. You probably do this every day in your everyday life, in your work life, personal life. Um, you want to do something, but how efficiently can you do it with the money you have? It's all about efficiency. So, what is our cost per outcome? Again, those cardiac arrests. Um, what's the ROSC rate versus the cost? What's our cost per cardiac arrest save? Can we make that more efficient? Can we? So, what are we spending on each cardiac arrest save? As with all of our analyses, whether it's cost benefit, cost effectiveness, or cost utility, there are going to be some drawbacks to it. With cost effectiveness, we're just looking at the cost per outcome, and this kind of puts everyone on the same plane and the same value gained for all individuals. And it pulled out an example of an aortic aneurysm, surgically repairing that aortic aneurysm. The value gained from repairing that aneurysm on an 18-year-old is going to be a lot different than repairing an aneurysm on a 95-year-old. We're still going to potentially save a life, but the value gained from that 18-year-old is going to be much higher than the value gained from that 95-year-old. Since there are wide variations in our value added services that we provide to our patients. In this case, that aneurysm repair on an 18-year-old versus a 95-year-old. We can move forward and a step above cost effectiveness analysis and move to a cost utility analysis, which takes into account the differences in the value added from an intervention. In a cost utility analysis, our main driver, main outcome, main determinant is a quality adjusted life year, or a QALY. That is 1 year of just good, perfect health. So we provide an intervention, we provide a service. How many QALYs are we producing? How many years of good health across all of our patients are we producing? So these quality adjusted life years take into account that value added um, intervention, that 18-year-old versus the 95-year-old. We need different qualities for that 18-year-old versus the 95-year-old, so we're considering and taking into account both the quantity and quality of life, and that's really where the quality uh, comes into its own. Is we're taking into account the quality of life after an intervention. So, what goes into a quality or a quality adjusted life year? Well, does that living with the illness or seeking treatment change my duration of life? So, it's a quantity issue. And then, does that illness or does that treatment um, make my life better or worse? So, it gets into a quality of life. And then if I give a treatment, what are the duration of that treatment's effect? So is it lengthening my life and or increasing my quality of life? A quick example for you. Let's say we've got a patient who dies of complications from lupus, and she is 50 years old, and expected life expectancy for this woman is 75 years. Well, we've lost 25 life years. Uh, if we expand that to a pool of 100 patients who all die at 50 and expected to live until 75, then we've got 2,500 years uh, of life that have been lost. Uh, but the death is not the only outcome that we're really concerned in this example. Yes, we have lost with these 100 women 2,500 life years, with one patient 25 life years. So lupus in this example is decreasing quality of life. Let's say it decreases quality of life while I'm living by one half. So this disease is taking from me zero point 0.5 or one half quality adjusted life years over the course of 1 year. So I'm losing a half of a quality. Um, and we can expand that again. Let's take 5 people with lupus, all losing zero point 0.5 qualities over a year. We've got a loss of 2.5 qualities. And then, we can treat lupus, but maybe the treatment improves quality of life by zero point 0.2 qualities. So remember, I'm losing zero point 0.5 quality adjusted life years. I'm losing one half of 1 year of good health, and my treatment adds um, 1/5 of 1 year of good health to me over the course of 1 year. So for each illness or each health state, I've got qualities being taken away from me, even if I have the flu. I've got a certain a fraction of a quality that's being taken away from me, and each treatment will add qualities to me, to my life, quality adjusted life years. Sometimes the treatments are adding more qualities than the illness is taking. Sometimes it's the other way around. So here we've got this disease taking away zero point 0.5 qualities every year, and treatment adding zero point 0.2 qualities every year. We're still declining in health, perfect health, but we're declining a little bit more slowly with treatment. So where do our quality adjusted life years come from? Well, it's really easy to figure out a quantity of life. Well, I'm 72 years old right now. If I die at 76, what's my life expectancy? It was 78. I've lost 2 life years. That's really easy. That's pretty simple addition subtraction right there. But the quality of life is hard to measure, and that's what we're really get into the weeds a little bit with these qualities. And if you're really into it, it can be a lot of fun. But quality of life and measuring quality of life is really what these qualities get into. And so we'll start to talk about health utilities and health utils and what those mean. So remember that utility is just a measure of kind of basic happiness and well-being, and we'll apply that to healthcare and your health. So from a healthy state, how happy, how well off are you? So what in the world, is health utility? Well, it's like I said, just how well off we are. It's a well-being measure. You can call it a measure of happiness. If I'm happy, my utility goes up, or if I'm other way around, my utility goes up, I get happier. Uh, if I am healthier, in a more healthy state, my health utility increases. We're going to slap a number on health utility and give it a measure. So my utility ranges from 0 to 1, 0 being, in the case of health utilities, I'm dead, to 1, I am in absolute perfect health. There is nothing wrong with me, not even a runny nose. So ranges from 0 to 1, 0 being the worst, 1 being the most perfect health state. And health utilities really help us hone in on really individual preferences. And we all have a certain kind of portfolio of how well off we want to be, what concessions we're willing to make, what compromises we're willing to make, even in our health care or our health state, right? So um, you might be perfectly healthy. You're at that health utility of 1. You work out. You maintain your health. Perfect diet, amazing diet, and you're just really really healthy, and you're happy. But your coworker might not work out. Might just go home, turn on the TV, sit on the couch, take a shower, go to bed, wake up in the morning, smoke a pack of cigarettes, and he is perfectly happy. So it's really kind of reflects personal preferences and trade-offs between health states. So even though your coworker smokes a pack a day of cigarettes, he's still happy. So he's still getting some health utility, even though those cigarettes are pulling some health status from him. Now I know you're thinking, so these health utilities range from 0 to 1. Well, how do we measure this? How do we collect this? It's a number. It's a measure. How do we figure it out? How do we measure it? And measurements can be direct. They can be indirect. And we'll talk about that here in the next video. But we need a couple things. So if we're just thinking about one patient, we need information on the health state of that patient, and then how that patient values that health state. So going back to your coworker who smokes a pack of cigarettes a day, we know or we can measure that person's health state, and we can also measure how your coworker values the health state in which he is in. If you have any questions so far, please feel free to let me know.